but I felt comfortable. I think we have a lot of good guys, so it felt good out there. We're moving the puck good, and you can get into a lot of great positions from there and scoring opportunities. So it's a little new, but I like it, and hopefully we can evolve.
And then last thing for me, what have you thought so far of the new coaching staff and what they're trying to bring in here?
It's been really good. It's a different mentality in the team. It's a lot of new stuff to take in for everyone, but I think so far we've handled it really good, and everyone feels comfortable in the new system and the new things that we're doing. So I think everyone's really excited to start playing and yeah, getting into it.
Thanks.
Ansar Khan.
Yeah, hi, Lucas. I just wanted to get some of your thoughts on a couple of the young prospects here, Elmer Soderblom and Berggren. How well do you know them, and just what are your impressions of them?
I played with all of them in different stages when I was younger, and they're great guys and great hockey players. So it's fun seeing them out there, and I think all of them are doing really good. All of them are extremely gifted hockey players and great persons as well. So it's fun to be around them.
Anything specific? What you think that, like for instance, Soderblom eventually, when he gets here, what he can bring to the team?
Well, his size is probably the biggest thing. He's huge, and he's been ever since we were young. But I feel like these last couple of years, he's really evolved his play to use that size as well. So it's really fun seeing him out there. He's like I said, he brings that size that is you can't really teach. It's just something that you got or you don't. So and he uses it really well. So it's been fun seeing him out there.
And also, just what do you think of Berggren's skills?
He's an extremely skilled player, great with the puck. And he has a great vision as well. So no, I haven't been on the same group as him, so I haven't seen him that much. But he's an extremely skilled player. He's been that ever since we were young. So yeah.
Thanks, Lucas.
Thank you.
George Malik.
Hi, Lucas. Dylan Larkin said yesterday that he's noticed that you're a little more tenacious on pucks in terms of getting to rebounds and stuffing goals into the back of the net. Can you talk about sort of the evolution of your game as you get into your sophomore year and trying to be harder on pucks?
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that I took away from last season, that a lot of goals are scored, rebounds, tips, a lot of tight around the net. So I think that's a big thing for sure that I've been trying to focus on. I think it's tough to practice. It's more of a mentality thing that you want to get there. So that's for sure a big part.
And I was wondering if you could talk about one more of your Swedish teammates, Pontus and Andreas, and he's coming over as a free agent. He looks like he's got a pair of hands on him.
Yeah, he's an extremely skilled player. He has great vision and great hands and great composure with the puck. He played really good last year in the SHL, especially in the playoffs. So played with him when I was younger as well, and he comes from kind of the same area where I'm from. So it's really fun to have him here as well.
Finally, for me, how is the comfort level now that you guys have been together for 3 days and going into the red and white game tomorrow? I know that, obviously that the coaching staff is still going to be continuing to teach all the way through the exhibition season, and that's really going to take the time to integrate all the new faces. But do you feel a little more comfortable on the ice and with your new teammates?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like every day we get closer and closer on the ice and get on the same page. And I think games is where you really can adapt all the new things. So I'm looking forward to start playing exhibition games, the game tomorrow, and yeah, just getting going.
Thank you very much.
Ted Colfin.
Hey, Lucas, have you known a lot of these guys like for a long time, since like you were teenagers almost or something coming up the system?
Yeah, some of them back and forth a little bit.
Like
you
who?
know,
Like who are some of the guys?
well, Elmer I played against when I was younger, and then I played with him as well when I was younger. Simon as well. Like everyone kind of lived in the same area, so you kind of know who each person was. So it's kind of been more like that.
That's got to be kind of a great thing. I mean, do you guys hang out around here now up at this camp or what?
Yeah, for sure. Try to hang out as much as possible. Obviously, really fun to get together with the rest of the team as well. But no, for sure.
Hey, when I think it was an offshoot of Helena's question, but do you expect? I mean, there's the expectations fans have and whatnot. Is there some pressure heading into this season? But do you kind of like that type of pressure?
I don't know. I think the most pressure I got is probably for myself, trying to get better. Trying to focus on that as much as possible and block the other things out. And just try to play good hockey. I think that will lead to a lot of good things.
Where do you think you want to concentrate on this season? Well, at the end of the year, where would you like to have seen improvement from your game this year?
Well, I'd say everything is a pretty big answer, but just trying to evolve everything, trying to skate more, trying to take the puck to the net more and more shots. Yeah, I think that's probably the main things, and that hopefully leads to production as well.
Hey, last one, Lucas, but what stood out from you about last season? I mean, was there a memory or just anything about last season that really surprised you, or what'd you think of how the first season in the NHL like that?
Well, obviously everything in the beginning was a lot of new stuff. Of course, my first game was very special at home ice with the captains. So that was for sure a special moment. And then yeah, just enjoyed it. We had a really good team, so a lot of guys that was really good on the ice and off the ice as well. So made it easy for me.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Lucas.
Bob Duff.
The other day, Dylan Larkin was saying he had talked to you and Moritz about how he struggled in his second NHL season. I guess what can you learn from those kind of talks? And how do you, if at all, expect this year will be different than last year for you?
No, I think eventually everything comes down to you. I think the mentality that you have coming into the season, not take anything for granted, try to have kind of the same mentality as last year, that you really have to give it all. And I mean, it's a really tough league, so you have to bring it every night. So I think that's the biggest thing, not to get comfortable, that you always try to develop and be curious. And yeah, I think that's probably the main thing.
In that element, does having a whole new coaching staff kind of help when you can't really get comfortable when you kind of have to all prove yourselves to a new coach again?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's about making a new first impression, and you want that to be as good as possible. So it's been great tempo, great intensity on the ice, and the guys are really bringing it. So it's a lot of fun, and it makes everyone better.
Thank you.
Last question, Jonathan Mills.
Hey, Lucas, a quick one for me. Obviously, we see so much of the physicality intensifying during training camp here, but on the mental part of the game, how do you kind of ramp that up as season and preseason get underway?
I think it started in practice, just trying to put yourself in as much game-like situation as you can, and really have that game mentality to try to get the intensity and tempo as much as you possibly can. It'll always be tough to get game tempo in practice, but trying to get as close to it as possible. And I think we're doing that. Yeah, like I said, guys are excited. Guys are going hard. So yeah, it's about getting as much tempo and speed as you can.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. We will be back shortly.